So here people, next topic is called as shifted price index. Shifted price index is nothing but original price index divided by price of the index to be which we have to shift. Now, people, listen, don't talk. Everyone listen carefully. Yes. The thing is, 1 second. Now, people, 1947, I was talking about 1947. And which year do you want? 2020. Let it be 2020. Now, people, what do you think? All the indexes which were created with respect to 1947, is it valid every day? Till now, it is valid, huh? I don't think so, because in 1947, India's economy was completely different. Maybe some of the indexes are valid now, maybe some are not valid. Now, people, I am telling, okay, I have this pepper, then petrol, then something else, for example, diesel. I have commodities like this: diesel, pepper, and petrol. These are the commodities. Now, I have an index number with base 1947, which is 123 or 755. Let it be 755. Now, people, you tell me, is the index with respect to the base 1947 is valid right now? It might not be valid because the price changes happened a lot, the index values changed, inflation changed, many things changed, India's economic background changed, everything changed as of now. So is it valid? No. So people, we need to create a new base. So in 2026, I am deciding I will take 2020 as the base year and I will create a new index number. Are you getting my point? There was already an index number, but the base was what? 1947. Is that base valid now? No. So I am changing the base, and I am changing the base to what? 2020. So people, basically, shifting of index number means I am changing the base to a new base. Are you getting the point, people? Pakka doubt irka? Now people, think about it. You were born in 2007. Okay. Your family, your parents were like, oh, my life is going so good. Everything was fine. Then you guys were born. Again, it is becoming better. Not in a bad way. It is becoming better. You guys are there. Now, they were keeping in your mind that, okay, they got married. Let it be in 1998, they got married. Then in 2007, you guys were born. Or in one person, our red boy was born in 2007. Let it be like that. Then, what happened is, they were going and planning their everything with two people. Wife, husband. They were planning everything with wife and husband. Now, they were planning with respect to 1998 as the base. Why? Because they got married in that year. So, whatever they do, I am earning this much comparing to 1998. It's good, well and good. Then, they were in 2012 or 2002, they were telling that in 2002, 1998, with respect to that, I am earning this much, well and good. 2003, they are telling that, with respect to 1998, everything is good. Then in 2007, a small red boy is born, people. Yes. Now they will think, is the base year 1998 the? Base year can't be 1998. Whatever they earning is enough for? Maybe enough, maybe not enough. Why? Because one more person is there. They need to give. All the education, all the things they should buy, dress, everything, snuggie, everything should be bought, right? The kid is there. They should plan with respect to what now? 2007. So they are shifting the base year of 1998 to 2007. So the shifting of base year to a new base year is called as what? The shifting of price index or shifted price index. What do you mean by shifted price index? Changing the base year to a new base year. That is the basic meaning of what? Shifted price index. The formula is like this: original price index divided by price index of the year to which it has to be shifted multiplied with 100. Make a note of it, people. There can be questions based on this. Only one time they asked in the entire all the examination till now. Only one question was there till today based on this shifted price index number. Actually, that is there in your workbook. This question is taken from your workbook. I am solving the same question which is taken from your workbook. From the following chain index numbers, based on 2015. Find out the new chain index number for the year 2022 by shifting the base year to 2019. So what all things are given, people? In the year 2015, what is the index number? 100. In 2016, how much? 105. 17, it is how much? 95. 2018, 85. Likewise, in 2022, how much is the index number now? 150. What are we going to do now? We need to shift it to which year? 2019. People, what is the index number of the current year? 150. 150 divided by, look here, original price index number. Original price index number of the year 2022 is how much? 150 divided by year to which we want to shift. Which is the year we are going to shift it to? We are shifting it to 2000. Which year? 2019. How much is the index number? 120. Then multiply it with 100. You will get the answer. How much is the answer, people? 125. Everyone got 125. Which option is the answer? Option A is the answer. Any doubt in this? Ayush, you got it? Yes. Pakka? Any doubt? Yes. Online, any doubt? Yes. So what are we doing here? We are shifting the index number, and this is the only question which was asked in the previous year. Okay. Yes. Understood. Got it? Yes. Now, one question now. In the question, they have given chain-based index number and all. What do you mean by that? Are we bothered about that? No, whatever may be the name, they give retail price index number, they will give CPI, they will give whatever index number they will mention in the question, it is not going to affect our answer. We will solve it in the general formula, so you will get the answer no matter what. Understood? Done? Next one, people. May 2025 question. CIN, chain index number. Make a note of it. They asked in May 2025, they asked the question like this. That is link relative of current year into CIN of the previous year divided by 100. This was one of the option. For example, this was option A. Likewise, option B was given, option C was given, option D was given. They asked what? Find the chain index number of the following. Which of the following represent change index number? The formula based question was asked in May 2025 attempt. So formula is important now. It is important. Make a note. Chain index number. In chain index number, what happens is we are multiplying link relative of current year. Link relative is nothing but price relative. What is link relative now? Price relative. Have you studied price relative? Beginning, what is price relative? What is price relative? PN, current year price divided by base year price into 100. But here we will not multiply it with 100. We will take without the percentage. So you will write it as what? P1 by P0 into CIN of the previous year. CIN means what? Chain index number of the previous year divided by 100. That is the formula for chain index number. Now people, what is this link relative? How price relative is becoming link relative? When it is for consecutive years. For example, which year is this? 2026. Previous year was what? 2025. I am going to tell you the price of a particular commodity. Let it be like calculator. Calculator in the year 2025, let it be 305. In the year 2026, let it be 360. Okay, so 305 became what? 360. Now people, what is the price relative? P1 by P0 is equal to how much? 360 divided by 305. How much is it? 360 divided by 305 is how much? 1.18. That is the price relative. Now people, if I go for one more year, 2027, let it be like 365. What is the price relative over here? It will be 2027 divided by 2026 ka value. That is how much? 365 divided by 360. How much is it? 1.01. Are you getting it as 1.01? So people, I'll write Link relative. Link relative is nothing but price relative. It is nothing but what? Price relative. But the years are what? Consecutive years. Like 2025, 2026. Then 2026, 2027. Then 2027, 2028. Now my question, if I compare 2027 and 2025, is it link relative? It is not link relative, it is just price relative. So when will price relative become link relative? Whenever the years are consecutive. Consecutive means right after the other. For example, 1997, 1998. Then if you find the price relative, it will be what? Link relative. 1997, 2026. Is it price relative? Yes. Is it link relative? No. So what is price relative and link relative? Price relative and link relative are same. But what is the different condition of a link relative part? The year should be what? Consecutive. Keep it in your mind. Years is always consecutive in your link relative. Very important. Okay. Now, CIN of the previous year, that will be given in the question. CIN of the previous year will be given in the question, then divided by 100. Now, a question for you. Tell me a commodity. Everyone. Pepper. Why? I don't know. I like pepper a lot. Yes. Anything else? Petrol. Yes, Grace. What do you say? Hmm. Hmm. Egg. Okay. Done. Anything else? Ghee. Okay. Done. Anything else? No. Enough, right? I don't have space. Fine. Now, years after year, we are writing. For example, first year it is 2006. Next year it is 2007. Okay. Ghee ka price there is 105. Here it is 110. Then some people online also told something. Oh, biscuits, ice cream. Next time we'll take that. Okay. 105, 110. Pepper, let it be 200. Let it be 215. Then petrol, let it be 50 rupees. Let it be 105 rupees. Egg, let it be 10 rupees. Now let it be 17 rupees. Everything is given. Now people, now my question is, find CIN of year 2007 for ghee if CIN of 2006 is 107. So we need to find what? CIN of the year 2007 for whom? Ghee. If CIN of the previous year 2006 is how much? 107. People, what is CIN? Link relative. Link relative is nothing but P1 divided by P0 into what? Now, CIN of the previous year is how much? 107 divided by what? 100. P1 by P0 is how much? 110 divided by 105 into 107 divided by what? 100. Take your calculator, do it for me. How to do it in calculator? 110 into 107 divide by 105 divide by 100. How much is the answer? 1.1202. Something you are getting. Everyone got the same thing, right? Yes. Are you getting the point, people? Is it correct? Everyone got the same thing? Yes. That's how you usually find. So, people, you usually get it in decimals. Will you write it in decimal? You will multiply it with 100 and write 112 will become. Okay. Always multiply at the end. If you are getting something in decimal, get it in into 100. If you get 2.25, you will multiply it with 100. You will get it as what? 225. That is the usual way of writing. And you usually you will not get a question, but a formula based question can be there for examination. Make a note of it. Link relative of current year into CIN of the previous year divided by 100. Do you know why are we getting it in decimal? Because we are writing price relative without percentage. If you multiply it with 100, you will get it in percentage itself. That time it will become what? 112.02. I hope everyone understood chain index number. Can anyone find me chain index number for petrol? If the CIN of 2006 is 215. 215 is the CIN for 2006. The answer will be 105, divided by 50 into CIN is how much? 215 divided by 100. How much is it, people? 4.515. But will you write it in decimal? You will multiply it with 100. How much it will be? 451.5. Got the point? Everyone understood CIN, right? Yes. If you are lucky, you will get a question like this. If you are not, maybe you will get a question. I don't know. But our Lape, Paasche, Fisher, Marshall, from that SAPI and SRPI, you will get 3 marks. Pakka you will get. One or the other question will be there. That is the usual. Next one, people, make a note. Purchasing power of money. Next one is what? Purchasing power of money is nothing but reciprocal of price index number. Keep a note of it. Purchasing power of money is equal to 1 divided by price index number. That price index number can be what? Chain index number. That price index number can be what? CPI. That price index number can be whatever index number given in the question. Keep a note of it. Purchasing power of money is what? 1 divided by price index number. I hope you wrote it. Based on that, the questions which were asked in the previous year. Purchasing power of money is what? Reciprocal of price index number. That price index number can be any of it. Okay. Sometimes they will give chain index number in question. You will do what? 1 divided by chain index number. But one important thing is there. That important thing I will tell you with respect to this question. Everyone look carefully. If the consumer price index is 750, then the purchasing power of 1 rupee is how much? You try, then I'll do it for you. Everyone try. Read the question carefully and go about it. 1 rupee is how many paise? 100 paise. Everyone knows that, right? Yes. Using that logic, you try to get the answer. 13.333. How did you get 13.333? 100 divided by 750. Okay. Okay. Yeah, correct. Yes. Why did you take 100? Any reason? Because they are asked the question in paise. That's why. So the question is, people, consumer price index number is 750. They gave what? Consumer price index. That is what? CPI they gave it to be how much? 750. Then the question is purchasing power of 1 rupee. People, what is the formula for our purchasing power of money? Purchasing power of money is nothing but purchasing power of money is what, people? That is nothing but 1 divided by what? 1 divided by price index number. Correct? Price index number. What is the price index number given in the question? That is nothing but CPI over here in the question. That is 1 divided by 750. Now 1 divided by 750 is how much? You are getting it to be 0.0001333. So people, if you multiply it with 100, what will happen? Answer will become what? 0.13333 will become. Now my question is, people, the index number is given in always what? It is always given in percentage, right? Is it given normally or it is given in percentage? It is always given in percentages. So once we solve questions based on CPI, listen carefully, very important. If you don't know this, you will not get the answer. Even though you will get to know option C is the answer, but still keep it in your mind. Once you put the index value over here, you will convert them into decimals. What is this 7.50? 7.50 is what? In decimal it will be what? 750 divided by 100. 750 percentage means what? 750 divided by 100. That is what? 7.5. Understood that? So 1 divided by 7.5. 1 divided by 7.5 is how much, people? 0.1333 something you are getting. Now people, it is for 1 rupee. Now we need the answer in what? paise. Since question is in paise, you will multiply it with what? 100. How much is the answer? 13.3333. Which option is the answer? Option C is the answer. So what are the steps when they ask a question based on purchasing power of money? Do you want it in percentage? We don't want it in percentage. We'll convert it into what? Decimals. So 750 divided by 100. What is that? 7.5. Clear up first step? Then you can accordingly answer the question. What if they didn't ask in paise, they ask in rupees itself? What would have been the answer? 0.1333 would have been the answer, because we are not converting them into paise. Keep it in your mind. Even if you don't know, you will get 0.01013333. That time itself you will know that answer is what? Option C itself is the answer, but still keep a note of it. First step, convert them into decimal. Then accordingly, use the formula 1 divided by CPI. What is the formula for 1 divided by CPI? That is 1 divided by the decimal value you are putting, which is equal to 0.1333. They are asking the question in terms of what? Paise. So you should multiply it with what? 100. So your answer is 13.333. How did you know that you are multiplying with 100? Because 1 rupee is how many paise? 100 paise. Have you seen 25 paise coin and all? Did anyone haven't seen this till now? 25 paise, 10 paise and all? Yes, you might have seen it at one part of the life. Correct. Yes. Now is 25 paise valid? It is not valid. 25 paise is not valid now. Is 50 paise valid now? 50 paise is valid or not? Now, so what is happening? The inflation is actually killing, right? Previously, even I used to get for 50 paise and all, I used to get 2 boomer, the chewing gum, right? Long back. Then it became 1 rupee. But now, it's for a long time it is 1 rupee. The quantity is becoming smaller. What process is that? Deflated value. Deflation is happening all over there. Clear ayirka? Pakka. Everyone got this? Sukrita, you got it? Yes. So that was the only question which was asked from purchasing power of money in the previous year. Got it? Only question in the sense problem based question. Now write a question for me. If the consumer price index was, write it for me. If the consumer price index was 170, consumer price index was 170, then the purchasing power of money of 1 rupee is how much? Purchasing power of money of 1 rupee is how much? So you will write it as what? 1 divided by 1.7. Then you will multiply it with 100. How much you will get? 58.82. 58.82 paise. Okay, purchasing power of 1 rupee is 58 point this much. So what did you understand, people? If you ask me here, consumer pricing index is how much now? 750. So 1 rupee is becoming how much paise? 13.33 paise. So even if you are having 1 rupee in your hand, your purchasing power is how much? You can only buy for 13.33 paise. That is the meaning. Okay. Previously, for example, if it is coming less, it comes to 90, then your purchasing power will become bigger. Now it is going lower. Whenever the index value is going up, your purchasing power will go down. Whenever your index value is going down, your purchasing power will go up. That is the basic meaning shown in this question. Now, make a note of it, people. Real wages. We did a similar question with respect to this, but make a note of it. Real wages. Real wages is nothing but current year wages divided by current year CPI into base year CPI. Make a note of it. Real wages is current year wages divided by current year CPI into base year CPI. What do you mean by this? Current year wages. So currently the person will be having a salary, right? That salary is called as what? Current year salary or current year wages divided by current year CPI. That means the CPI full form is what? Yes, consumer price index will be given in the question. That is, for example, in the previous question it was 750. Likewise, divided by 750 into base year CPI. Base year CPI usually will not be given in the question. If it is given in the question, what will you do? You will take the given value. If it is not given in the question, you will do what? You will put the given question as per the That is our 100 as per our knowledge. If it is not given, we will take our given. Our given is how much? 100. We will always assume it as what? 100 if it is not mentioned in the question. Now people, I'll show you one question. Have a look over here. The consumer price index goes up from 120 to 180. So index value is how much? The index value goes up from what to what? 120 to 180. That means which is base, which is current? 120. This is base, this is current. Anyone is having trouble over that? Everyone is clear with that, right? Then what else is given? Salary goes up from, or wages or salary, I'll write it. Salary goes up from what? 240 to 540. Is that clear? Any doubt in this? Now, people, what is the increase in real terms is the question. Okay, increase in real terms we will find. First of all, people, look here. What is the base year salary? 240, correct? What is the base year CPI? 120, correct. Now, if you say 240 divided by 120, okay, into 100. Why did I take 100? When we take the base year itself, base year ka base will be what? 100. We will always assume it as what? 100, which is equal to how much? 200. You might get it as 200. I'll show you the method. Then, this is what? 540. Current year salary is what? 540. Current year CPA is what? 180. Then people, into how much is the base year ka index? That should be 120. Will we take 100? No. When we take the base year only, we can take it as 100. Otherwise, we should take it as what? 120. What is the formula? Look here. Current year wages divided by current year salary. Sorry, current year CPI into base year CPI. Base year CPI as per the question is how much? 120. How much is it, people? 540 divided by 180 into 120, which is equal to how much? 360 is the case. Correct? Now, my first question to everyone is, if we go to directly 360, how much increment is there if you are looking at over here? 160 increment is there. Is that the answer we are going to look at? Are we getting 160 increment over here? Will we get a 160 increment over here? What do you think? Is there a 160 increment over here? Is there any option like 160 increment is there? No. That means something went wrong somewhere. What went wrong? Can you tell me? What went wrong? Please tell me. No. 3, which one? 540 divided, no. We should always take what? The method is always same. Current year wages divided by current year CPI into base year CPI. Okay. Now you tell me, where went wrong? 360 minus 240. Why 240 now? Why 240? So what we need to find? The increase in real terms, right? So what is the salary which is paid in the base year? Base year salary is what? 240 itself. That is not going to change. Base year salary is what? 240. Currently how much he is getting now? 360. So how much increment is there? 120. Keep it in your mind. We will compare what? We will only compare salaries. Why 360? Look here now. This is what? What is this? Current year salary divided by current year CPI is how much? Current year CPI is 180. Then into base year CPI is how much now? 120. So how much is the real? Real wage is how much? Real wage is nothing but 360. Now if you ask me 240 became 360, how much increment should be there? 120 rupees ka increment should be there. So how much is the increase in real terms? Option C. Or there is another method. Another method is the commonly used method. So we will say that 240 is there, then index value 120 is there. How much is it? 100. We will get it as what? 200. Then 540 is there, divided by what? 180 is there into 100. How much you will get? 300. Now 200 becomes 300. How much increment is there? 100. Which is the nearest increment value? 120. So that way you can take that way also, you will get option C. That is the usual method used in your entire index number. Okay, but you try to follow this method so that you will never go wrong. Yes, Grace, any doubt? Yes, what is the doubt? Yeah, please. Can I start from the beginning so that I'll give more clarity? And this is a difficult level question. If you ask me, the difficulty in this question is little high compared to all the other things, whatever we have learned in the index number. This is little high. Look here. Initially, which year is it? Consumer price index goes from 120 to 180. So I will write base year. So I'll create a column for you so that you will understand it better. Current year. Everyone make a note of this. Then index value. Index is there. Then what is there? Salary is there. Okay. Index value went from what to what? Index value went from 120 to what? 180. Correct? Index value went from 120 to 180. Then salary went from what to what? Salary went from 240 to what? 540. Is this correct for everyone? Everyone got the same thing? Now my first question. Real salary. I will just directly go for real salary of our 540 of the current year is how much we will take. That is 540 divided by 540 divided by how much is the current year CPI? I will write the formula. Current year salary, current salary divided by what? Current CPI, current CPI into what? Into base CPI. Correct? This is the formula, right? Write that formula, which is equal to how much? Current salary is 540 divided by 180 into base year CPI is how much? The base year CPI is equal to 120. So from that I got how much, people? 360. So this is how my real salary. Okay, real salary in the sense after inflation and all we are getting this much. Even though it is shown as 540 rupees. Are we actually having a value of 540? No. We are having how much? 360 is the current value. Now if you ask me how much increment happened from 240 to 360, how much increment happened? 120 increment happened. So answer is what? Option C. Grace, you got it. Rest of you also understood the method. Why did I show you the real salary for the base year also? Just to show that it was actually 200, not 240. There I was actually showing the real value. You forget it. Go with this method itself. Directly go for the answer. So how much is the increment? Increment or increase is nothing but 360 minus 240, which is equal to 120. Which option is the answer, people? Option C is the answer. I hope you understood this. Pakka, everyone got this? Yes. Good. If so, can I go for the next question? Yes. Everyone got this right? Pakka? Did I do any magic? No, just the formula I applied here. I got the answer. Now I will go for our shortcuts. I told you, right, many shortcuts are there in order to get the answers and all. I'll take you there. Can anyone get me the answer? The timer starts now. The consumer price index of the year 2023 with 2010 as the base year is how much? 273. The average monthly wage of an industrial worker in the year 2023 is 8,190. What is the real wage is the question. Can anyone get me the answer? Is the base index given in the question? Is the base index given? No. What that means? What? 100. We will take it as 100. Please get me the answer. Very easy question. Yes. Which one? 3,000. Okay. We will check. Try. Everyone try. So it is given to be in 2010 is there. Then what is there? 2023 is there. Correct. In 2010, what is the index value? 100. Because it is not given. We are assuming it to be 100. Then how much is the salary Salary is it given down in 2010? Yeah, average monthly warfare and industrial in the year 2023 is 8,190. That is 8,190. That is also given. Then people, in 2023, how much is the index? 273 is the index. Then what is the real wage is the question. Which formula are we going to use? Anyone? Yes. Srimati, tell me, which formula are you going to use? Current year wage, current year wage divided by current CPI into what? Base year CPI. Correct. So how much is the current year wage, people? How much is the current year wage? 8,190 divided by current year CPI is how much? 273 multiplied with current base year CPI is how much? How much are you getting, people? 3,000. Exactly 3,000 everyone got. So what is the answer, people? Option B. That is our real wage. I hope everyone understood this. Anyone is having trouble? Pakka? Parvalika, you got it? Rest of you? Grace, are you getting it? Kale, you got it? Pakka, you got it? Yes. Now, Niniksha, you got it? Yes. Vishwasri, you got it, right? Yes. Purnasri, Jayasri? Yes. Fine. Krishna, you got it down? Yes. Well and good. Now is it easy? It is becoming easy. Then we are going for the another easy question. Look at this. Think from your point of view all the time. Okay, always think from your point of view how much you want. Okay, you think like you are the person. In that manner, you go about it, you will get the answer. Try everyone. 19th question. The timer starts now. You can take 1.5 minutes. Then you can get me the answer. Because we have enough time for this chapter. Any answers? No answers, sir? Can I try? Yes. Can I show the shortcut? The ultimate shortcut. So whatever we are going to do now will be valid till the end of this class. Okay, whatever we are going to do. And most of the question, like around 70-75% of the questions can be solved using this method. Listen carefully. From the year 2013 to 2023, the consumer price index increased from what to what? 135 to 180. Anyone any doubt in that? It is given directly. 138 became what? 180. Then what happened? During this period, the salary of the employees as per the commission recommendation revised from 23,000 to what? 29,500. Okay. Now the question is, in real terms, an employee should get the following additional amount up to which he has to maintain the previous standard of living. Okay. That means they are asking, instead of this 29,500, what should have been the value is the question. What was the shortcut I told you some time back? Cross multiply. How much is it? The 135x is equal to 180 into 23,000. So how much is x value? Can anyone tell me how much is x value? 30,666.6666. Correct? So people, actually this person should have been paid how much? 30,666.6666. Correct? Now, how much are they actually paid? 29,500. So how much extra should be paid? That is 30,666 minus 29,500. How much extra should have been paid? 1,166.6666. What is the nearest answer? Option A is the nearest answer. Now people, they should have paid this much, but I'll write the wordings itself so that there will not be doubt in the future. They should have paid 66.6666, but they actually revised it into, they revised it to 29,500. So the additional amount is how much? Is 30,666.666 minus 29,500. How much is the answer? 1,166.666. Nearest answer is how much? The 1168 is your nearest answer. So which option is the right answer? Option A. Going forward, we will only use this method. Okay. So if you ask me, these two things can also be derived this way, but sometimes you will find a difficulty, because what are they asking over here? They are asking about the real wage. Whenever they ask real wage, we will use the formula. Otherwise, they will ask for Dearness allowance, which is in the future, or something like this. We will always take our cross multiplication method and go about it. Okay. Next one, people. Yeah.
For 21st question, we have subtracted the base salary.
Yes. What is given over here? The increase in real terms they are asking. So here, what is the case? They are asking for what it should have been up by. So for example, they made it into how much? They made it into 29,500. But the question is what? How much extra should have been added to this so that he could have made the previous standard living? That's why we did this way. Okay. Yes, that's why we found the real wage. Then we subtracted the 29,500 over here. Understood? Yes. Next one, people. Make a note of this. Have a look at this question. If an increase of 10% in prices, then the rises in wages is 20%. Then, not this question, take this question. Sorry for that. Index number for the prices in the year 2008 is 225 with 2004 as the base year. So, which is the base year? 2004. Then, which is the current year? 2008. What is the base year index number? We don't know in the question, so we will write what? 100. 100 became what as per our question? 225. Now the question is, how much increase in prices is the question. Yeah, how do you know? Because 100 became 225. That means how much increment should be there? 125% increment should be there in prices. Then only it will become 225. Now I will change the question a little bit. Read the question along with me. The index number of year 2008 is 225 with 2004 as base year with an index of 95. How much increment is there? How much increment is there? Increase is there. Now people, if you ask me how many increment or how much percentage increment, how you are finding, this increment is 125 divided by 100 into 100 you are taking, and that's how you got 125% increment is there. Here it is what? How much increment is there? 95 is becoming 125. Correct? Sorry, 225. So how much increment is there? Can anyone tell me how much increment is there?
130.
130 is the increment. 130 divided by what is the base? 95 into 100. How much is the increment in percentage? Can anyone tell me? 130 divided by 95 into 100. 136.84% increment is there. Now I will add more question to your thing so that you will get to know it better. People, in 2008, index is 384. Okay. 2004 is the base year with index of 80. Find percentage increase. Find percentage increase. Now people, in 2004, how much is the base year? I mean index 80. In 2008, how much is the index 384. That means 80 is becoming 384. How much increment is there? Increase is how much? Increase is 384 minus 80, which is equal to 304. That is the increase in index. Now we need to find what? Percentage increase. Percentage increase is what? Percentage increase is 304 divided by what is the base? 80 into 100. How much is the value, people? How much?
380.
380 or 380 percentage increment is there. So, but usually you will not get a question like this. Usual question will be what? The prices became this much with respect to the base year. You will assume what? Always 100 is the base year index and you will say 100 became this much. So, this much percentage increment is there. Another question. In 2015, the index CIN is 250 with 2005 as the base year with an index of 75. Find percentage increase in prices. Can anyone tell me the answer? Yes. So 75 became what? 250. So how much increase is there? Increase is nothing but 250 minus 75. How much is it? 175. That is the increase. Now we need to find what? Percentage increase. Percentage increase is nothing but increment or the increase divided by base index, base value into 100, which is nothing but 175 divided by 75 into 100, which is equal to how much, people? 233.33. I hope everyone understood this. If everyone didn't get it, I'll show you the usual pattern of question which will come for examination. What is the usual pattern of question? They will say that this is the current index number with base year is 2000 or 2025 or whatever is the base year, then how much increment is there? You will say that 100 became this much, then that much percentage increase is there. That is this question. Tell me that. In the year 2005, wholesale price index number is 286. 1995 as the base year. 1995 is the base year. 2005 is the current year. Now people, what is the index of the base year? What is the index of the base year? 100. How much is the index of the current year? 286. How much increment is there? 186 plus 186, correct. Now if you check the formula will be like this. 186 divided by 100 into 100, which is equal to how much? 186 percentage increase is there. Option D is your answer. I hope that everyone understood this. Or what you will do, you can use your calculator also. How to use calculator? Type 100 on your calculator plus what is giving you 286 plus 186 percentage. Click on calculator. Everyone take your calculator, type 100 plus 186, then click percentage. How much are you getting? 286. That way also you can do. You can option hit. For this question also you can option hit. So what you will do? Type 80 plus 380 percentage. 384. You are getting 384. Then type 75 plus 233.33 percentage. You are getting almost 250 or 249 point something you are getting. So option hitting can also be done. So don't even need to bother about this formula. You can just use options and go for the answer. I hope you got it. After this we have, I think, 2 more topics. Then this chapter will be completed. Inga parungo. Answer kodungo. Very easy question. You can actually get the answer within 10 seconds. Consumer price index for the year 1977 was 313. 1960 as the base year. 1960 is the base year. How much is the index over there? 100. Then 1977 is the current year. How much is the index? 330. Now people, the average monthly wage in 1977 was 160. Find their real wage. What is the formula for real wage, people? Real wage is nothing but, what is the, yeah, tell me. Current year wage divided by current year CPI into base year CPI. How much are you getting, people? 51.12. Everyone got option B as your answer? Yes, right answer, Nihita. Yes, rest of you got it? Yes, that's how you do it. I hope everyone understood this. If anyone is having trouble, please tell me right now. Pakka? Done now? So, based on this, there are many questions. Based on current year wages, current year salary, we will see it in the future. Based on that, and also, there is problem based questions will be there. Fine. One final topic before the next final topic, that is over here. Percentage increase in real wages. Make a note of it. You need to know this formula because formula based question was also there. The one time, I think in 2001 of the attempt, they asked directly the formula. Percentage increase in real wages. Percentage increase in real wages is written by this formula. 1 minus 1 plus percentage increase in price divided by 1 plus percentage increase in wages into what? 100. Make a note of it. Important. Because there was a question in the nearest attempt also. One question was there based on this formula. Make a note of. Percentage increase in real wages is what? 1 minus 1 plus percentage increase in prices divided by 1 plus percentage increase in wages. The entire thing should be multiplied with what? 100 in order to find the percentage increase. Okay, done. With that, the final question, have a look over here. If there is an increase of 10% in prices and a rise of 20% in wages, the real wage has increased by what? What is the formula for real wage percentage increase? Percentage increase is equal to, in real wage is equal to 1 minus percentage increase in prices divided by 1 plus percentage increase in prices divided by 1 plus percentage increase in what? Increase in wages. The entire thing multiplied with what? 100. That is nothing but 1 minus of 1 plus percentage increase in prices is how much as per the question? 10% divided by 1 plus 20%. Then what? The entire thing multiplied with 100. Now people, 1 plus 10% is how much? 1.1. 1 plus 20% is how much? 1.2. So 1 minus 1.1 divided by 1.2 into what? 100. Take your calculator, do this for me.
8.33.
Yes. So how to do it in calculator? Type 1.1 divide with 1.2. Then click which button? Click plus or minus button. Why are we clicking plus or minus button? Because the sign in front of 1.1 is what? Negative sign. Then plus what? 1 is remaining. You need to add that one multiplied with 100 on your calculator. How much are you getting, people? 8.333%. Now you tell me which option is the answer. Less than 10%. Option C. Now look here. There is two options. Less than 10%, more than 10%. So if you ask me, since option more than 10% is there and 20% is there, is that possible together? If answer was 20%, think about it. If your answer was 20%, two options can be your answer, right? More than 20%, more than 10% and 20%. So obviously from that, option A and option D will not be your answer. Either it will be B or it will be what? C. How it did not become your answer? We know that 20% is anyway what? More than 10%. If 20% is your answer, then option A and D is both correct, right? Both are correct. That way you can understand that option A and D are anywhere wrong. Either it will be option B or it will be option C. Are you getting the point? Yes. Done now? I hope everyone understood the final part. Then we have a few little more topic. The final part is over here. Test of consistency. Very important. One question will be there based on this. What do you mean by test of consistency or test of adequacy? We will check our index number is correct or not. Are we taking the correct index number in order to evaluate the things? That's what we are looking at. What? Test of consistency and test of adequacy. There was a previous year question from this. How many tests of consistency are there? Actually, there are 4 tests of consistency are there, which are unit test, time reversal test, then factor reversal test, and finally circular test. These 4 are the number of tests of consistency. Think about it. They asked a question like that. How many tests are there? If you know that much, without even knowing the name, you are getting 1 mark. 4 tests are there. Now, first one, unit test. I'll tell you how an index number pass unit test. Okay. An index number passes the unit test if it is independent of unit. Independent of unit means what? It will not have a unit. People, who was having a unit? SAPI, do you remember? Simple aggregative price index was having a unit. So who will not follow unit test? SAPI does not follow unit test. Everyone else follow what? Unit test. Make a note of it. SAPI does not satisfy unit test. All others satisfy it. Very important. That's why I told you in the future we will take it back again. Unit. That was the importance, because they will ask always a question like that. Whoever is having a unit, will they follow it? No. Whoever is not having a unit, they will follow this. Now, people, when we will use this, any idea? When are we using it? Sometimes certain questions, units will not have importance. Sometimes units have importance. Whenever units have importance, we will use SAPI. Whenever unit does not have independence, will we use SAPI? No. Sorry, whenever unit does not have independence, will you use SAPI? No. We can use all the other, all the other index numbers, anything can be used. Okay, that is the importance of unit test. Who does not follow unit test? SAPI. Next one, time reversal test. Now, I will just show you one example of time reversal test. People, 1997 and 2008. 2 years are there. I am going to take, this is the base year and this is the current year. Okay. Listen carefully, very important. 1997 is the base year and 2008 is the current year. So I am finding an index number, random index number I am finding. And that index number is taking 1997 as the base year and 2008 as the current year. For example, it is P01. P01 means I am telling that I am finding, okay, I'll just take this way. P10 I'll take. So I am finding 1 when base year is given. P10 I am finding. Okay, do you remember chapter 17? XY, BXY and all. Finding X when Y is given. Similarly, P10 is what? Finding 1 when 0 is given. So I am finding the current year index. I found the current year index. Taking what as the base year now? 1997 as the base year and 2008 as the current year. I found that. Everyone listen carefully. Then I will do one jugaad. The jugaad is this. I will change this to current year and this to base year. Then I will find one more index number, that is like P01. Okay. What is the case? I will find I'll take 1997 as the base year and I will find what? Wait, where are we going? Yes, 1997 as the base year and I will take 2008 as the current year and I will find an index number. First one. Then people, I will take what? 1997 as the current year and 2008 as the base year and I will find the next index number. So people, if I take the product of both the index number, I should get what? 1. If I get 1, I will say that time reversal test is satisfied. What is the condition? First one, I will find an index number taking 1 as the base year and the other as the current year. Then I will find another index number, what? Taking the opposite. I will take the previous current year as the base year and the previous base year as the current year, and accordingly I will go and find what? Another index number. If I take the product of both, I should get what? 1. Make a note of it. Fisher's index number and Marshall's index number satisfy time reversal test. Very important. Does Laspeyres satisfies it? No. Does Paasche satisfies it? No. So make a note here. Laspeyres and Paasche does not satisfy time reversal test. Very, very important. Okay. Who satisfy? Fisher satisfies and Marshall satisfy time reversal test. I hope you understood what is time reversal test. Anyone, any doubt in time reversal test? Sugarda, you got it? Yes. Niniksha, you understood time reversal test? Grace, you understood? What is time reversal test? Everyone understood, right? Jayasree? Online? Yes, I'll do that. So what are we doing? For example, 1997 is there, then 2008 is there. 2 years are there. So I am going to find an index number. Randomly, I am finding an index number. For example, I am finding Fisher's index number. Taking 1997 as the base and 2008 as the current year. So I found one index number. Let it be P10 or P01. Whatever it is, you can take accordingly. Let it be P01. Then I am finding another index number taking 2008 as the base year and 1997 as the current year. So I got another value. Let it be P10. If I take the product of both, I should get 1. If I get it as 1, then we will say that what? That test is satisfied. Who all are satisfying it? Fisher is satisfying. Marshall is satisfying. Who does not satisfy it? Laspeyres, Paasche and any one of them. Sappi and all are not satisfying what? TRT. Soumya, you understood the meaning now? Yes, Rakshana, I'll show the QR later down the stage. Okay. I didn't see that message. Okay, fine. Okay, Rakshana, are you there? Everyone else got this? Trisha, Soumya, Sruti, Sakshini, Nihita, Rakshana, Bhavdharni, Ambika, Akshaya. Everyone understood this? Yes. Next one. Yes, Linisha, any doubt? No, if any doubt is there, you can ask. Next one. Third and most important one. Factor reversal test. With the name itself, I'll start. Factor reversal test. Only Fisher satisfy factor reversal test. F and F. Remember that. Who satisfy factor reversal test? Fisher's index number only satisfy what test? Factor reversal test. That's why. Since it is satisfying time reversal test. Since it is satisfying factor reversal test. Two tests are satisfied at the same time. That's why we are saying that Fisher is the ideal index number. Are you getting it, people? So why? It satisfies factor reversal test and time reversal test at the same time. So that's why we say Fisher is the ideal index number. Next one, people. This test. Here we will get a value index number. I'll talk about that in 1 minute. Now, people. 1997, then 2007 or 8. Prices will be there, right? Let it be P0, let it be quantity will be Q0. Some values will be there. Then in 2008, let it be P1 and that is the current year, okay? Then it is Q1. We have some values, 50 random values, okay? 40, 60, 4, 5, 6, then 60, 70, 80, then 7, 6 and 5. Likewise, random values are there. Now people, first I will find a price index number using that values. Okay. I will take 1997 as the base year and 2008 as the current year and I will find what a price index number. An index I will find. Then I will find what Q01. What do you think? That is a quantity index number. I will find what? Quantity index number. Then I will do what? I will take the product of both. After taking the product of both, I will get a value index number and the value index number is usually mentioned like this. Sigma P1 Q1 divided by sigma P0 Q0. People, make a note of it. Value index number is this and whenever I take the product of price index number and value index number, I should get what? Sigma P1Q1 divided by sigma P0Q0. It is also called as what, people? Value index. Okay, I'm getting a value out of it. That type of test, or that test is called as what? Factor reversal test. And who is satisfying factor reversal test? Only Fisher is satisfying factor reversal test. Now one question for everyone. Will Marshall satisfy this? Marshall will not satisfy no matter what. Why? Because we are taking average of base year and current year quantity, so that it will never satisfy it. Then Laspeyres, no. Paasche, no. Why? Because there we are only considering what, either base year quantity or current year quantity, correct? That means anyway they will not satisfy it. Then will our SAPI satisfy this? Not at all. Why? Because there is no quantity at all. Will SRPA satisfy it? No, there is no quantity at all. We will never get it. Are you getting the point? Yes. That is the third one. Factor reversal test. After finishing everything, we will just create a box and we will write which is following what. That is more important than anything else. Final one, people. Circular test. Make a note. The most important part about circular test is our ideal index, right? Who is the ideal index now? Fisher. He fails. He fails on what? In circular test. So factor reversal test is not satisfied by Fisher's index. That is more important than anything else, because a person who is considered as ideal and all is failing there. That is the meaning. Yes, are you getting the point? So the question will always be like, Fisher does not satisfy which test? Who does not satisfy Fisher this test and all, they will ask. Okay, circular test is not satisfied by whom? Fishers. Now, can I teach you the concept behind it? Everyone, are you ready for it? Now tell me some years. Let it be 1997 and 2008, let it be there. Then we will take one more year, which year? 2023 we will take. Okay, these are the years. Now people, I will find an index number P01, taking 1997 as the base year and 2008 as the current year. I will find what? P01. Everyone understood that? 1997 I am taking as the base year and 2008 as the current year. I am finding an index number. Then people, I will find another index number taking 2008 as the base year and 2023 as the current year. So let it be like P12. Okay. So what did I do? First one I did, I found an index number P10 taking 1997 as the base year and 2008 as the current year. Then P12 taking what as the base year? 2008 as the base year and 2023 as the current year. Now people, I will take this one, final one, that is 2023 as the base year and 1997 as the current year, and I will find P20. Once you take the product of all the cases, you should get what? 1. If you are not getting 1, that means that test is not satisfied. Are you getting the point, people? Understood? So how many years are there? 3 years are there. 3 time periods are there. We will consider all the time periods and we will take the index value and take the product. If the product is equal to 1, we will say that circular test is satisfied. Otherwise, it is not satisfied. Keep a note of it. I hope everyone understood that. So what do you think? It looks like what? It looks like which test? If you ask me, if I only take this and this, what test? It looks like what? Time reversal test. Yes. So I can say that circular test is an extension of time reversal test. Keep a note of it. There can be a question. Circular test is an extension of which test? Time reversal test. Fisher fails to satisfy. That means Fisher does not satisfy our circular test. It is satisfied by few people, which we never saw anywhere. Make a note of it. Sometimes they can ask a question like this. Okay, not important for us, but maybe a question can be a direct one word question can be there. Yes, circular test is satisfied by simple geometric mean price relative weighted aggregative index with fixed weights. Okay, make a note of it. Okay. Done now? Yeah. If so, if so, how many tests of adequacies? Four. Which are the tests? Unit test, time reversal test, factor reversal test, and circular test. In unit test, what is the condition? It should not have a unit. If they are not having a unit, we will say that unit test is satisfied. Who does not satisfy? SAPI does not satisfy what our unit test. Second one, time reversal test. Time reversal test, what is the condition? The first P01 into P10 should be equal to 1. That means we should take the base year, current year, we should find the what one index number, then we will take the opposite and find another index number, we will take the product. If the product is equal to 1, we will say that what time reversal test is satisfied. Who satisfies it? Lape and Paasche satisfies it or no? Who satisfy? Fisher and Marshall satisfy time reversal test. Rest of them doesn't. Then coming to the third one, factor reversal test. Who satisfies? Fisher. Only Fisher. So since it satisfies time reversal, since it satisfies factor reversal, we will say that it is an ideal index number. Now people, what is the condition for factor reversal test? Price index number into quantity index number should give a value index number, or we will say that it should be equal to what? Sigma P1Q1 divided by what? The sigma P0Q0. That is the condition for what? Our factor reversal test. And the final one is circular test. Who does not satisfy? Fisher does not satisfy. What is the condition? P01 into P12 into P20 should be equal to what? 1. It is an extension of what? Time reversal test. Now who satisfies? Simple geometric mean relatives weighted aggregative with fixed set weight. Tell me. Circular test. Fisher does not satisfy circular test. Which condition? It is factor reversal test because it is giving a value relative V01. We are getting what? A value relative when we take the product of price and quantity index. Time reversal test and factor reversal test are what? Many people will make a mistake. Many people will go and mark quantity index and all. Don't do that. It is a test of consistency. You will forget that. Don't do that. Then the number of test of adequacy is how much? 4. Okay, people. All these were questions from the past. And the questions were repeated again and again. Now one more question I will tell you. The question was for this one. Why Fisher is called as ideal index number? Because it satisfies factor and time reversal test. Fisher does not satisfy circular test. Now, unit test is satisfied by whom? Everyone who is not having a unit. Except SAPI, everyone else, whoever we have studied. Then people, with respect to value index number, it is coming under where? Factor reversal test. Now, Lape does not satisfy factor reversal test. It does not satisfy factor reversal test. Paasche does not satisfy factor reversal test. Then who satisfy factor reversal test? Only Fisher satisfy factor reversal test. Now people, the final topic. We are done. Only 3 more questions. Our chapter is over. The final part. Have you seen it somewhere? Have you seen it somewhere? This one. Sometimes back we saw something similar to this. Wage. There it was what? Wage. Here it is what? Salary. Changes will not be much different. Our method will be same itself. We will be going in the same approach and we will get the answer. But people, a new person is being introduced. Who is that new person? Dearness allowance. What do you mean by dearness allowance? Have you heard about it? Dearness allowance and all in news and all after each budget. Whenever our government say about some budget, they will say the government employees DA is increased by 2%. So dearness allowance is nothing but that extra amount the government or the employer or the company gives to the employee in order to in order to satisfy the inflation, or in order to, with respect to inflation, they will give some extra amount so that our employee should not suffer because of inflation. That is called as what? Dearness allowance. Dearness allowance is nothing but current year salary minus base year salary. Make a note of it. Dearness allowance is what? Current year salary minus what year salary? Base year salary. Now people, if the base year index is not given, you will assume it as what? 100. We will always assume it as what? 100. From day one I was telling you. Not from day one. From minute one I am telling you. 100 should be assumed. Now, what is your opinion on this term? I want to ask. Anyway, elections are coming, right? So I want to ask. You have heard about this freebies. What do you mean by freebies? The government will say that if you vote for us, we will give you 1,000 rupees every year. 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 8,000. Yes. Like in Karnataka, the government soon after, I think Congress government, they came and they gave free bus pass for all the women. I mean, it is given for free. Now, what do you think, da? What's your opinion on this? Does it have any impact on our indexes, CPI and all? Does it have any impact? It will have impact. Correct? It will have impact. The cost of living, will it go up or down? Cost of living might go down. But what about the governments? Think from the government perspective. They were having 1,000 rupees. Now they are keeping that 1,000 rupees away for certain other courses. Will it affect the government? It will affect the government. When will we see that effect? After a long time. After some years, we will see the effect on the government. So that can also be studied using what? That can be studied using what? Index number. We can forecast it. Correct? We can forecast all the things. For example, the government is telling 1,000 is paid for everyone. Everyone we are giving 1,000 rupees per month. All the people. Okay? So if you keep that 1,000 away every month, for all the people 1,000 rupees they are keeping, it will be crores of rupees. So we can actually predict how much it will go down. The cost of living will go down or cost of living will go up, or whatever index will go up or down using which method? Our index numbers method. Keep a note of it. Sometimes they can ask, because election is also in the same month, right? Almost in the same month. So your examination is also coming in the May attempt, right? So prediction. Any future government policies impact prediction can be done using which one? Our index forecasting. We can use our index numbers to forecast it. Keep it in your mind. Sometimes we don't know. Sometimes they might ask you. Now, everyone, can we go for the first question? Inga parango. I'll show you the method. Method is very easy. Net monthly salary of an employee was 3,000. Was 3,000 means what? Was 3,000. Base year. Okay, correct. Base year. The consumer price index in 1985 is 250. In 1980, it is what? Index is given on 1980. How much is the index then? 100. In 1985, how much is the index given here? 250. Then base year salary was 3,000 means what? 3,000 is the base year salary. Now we need to find, if he has to be rightly compensated, then the additional dearness allowance paid to the employee is how much is the question. People, we need to find DA. First of all, we need to find the current year salary. Cross multiply. How much is it? X is equal to 7,500. So that is your current year salary. Now people, how to find DA? DA is nothing but current salary minus base salary. Now current salary is how much now? 7,500. How much minus 3,000? How much is your answer? 4,500. Did our method change? No. We are using the same method for the same type of question. Okay, make a note of it. Please make a note of it. So DA, what is DA? DA is called as dearness allowance, in order to track the inflation or how much it should be exactly compensated extra, so that there will be no impact on the inflation part. The employees are rightly compensated. That is called as DA. So if you ask me, maybe in the question they will give the current salary is 6,000. And if the question was like, how much extra should have been paid? Then you will be like 6,000 plus 1,500 should have been paid extra. If they are asking for DA, you will always take current year salary minus base year salary. So anyway, they can ask the question. At the end of the day, it's an easy topic. So the anyway, whatever way they want, they can ask the question. Look at the next question. In the year 2010, the monthly salary of a clerk was 24,000. That means base year salary is how much da? 24,000. Then people, the consumer price index was 140 in the year 2010. So 2010 is over here. How much is the index da? 140. In 2016, how much is the index da? 2,224. If he has to be rightly compensated, additional monthly salary should be paid. How much is the question? Now people, we need to find X. How much is the value of X? Tell me.
38,000.
How much is it? 38,400 is the current salary. Now, what is the question? Additional how much should be paid? Additional is nothing but DA. DA is what, people? Current minus base, which is equal to 38,400 minus 24,000, which is equal to how much? 14,400. So read the questions carefully and go for the answer. I hope everyone understood this. Option A, right answer above Dharni. Rest of you, everyone online got this? If so, the last and final question, people. One of the simplest question. So what I want you guys to do is go home today, 1 hour, practice the workbook. You will be able to get all the answers because we have solved all the difficult questions in the workbook here itself. Sometimes one question you might get a doubt. I know that one question also. Yes. That is from mostly Jan 2025. One question there will be a doubt. You can come and ask me. I'll teach you that time. Right away, I don't want to give that. Anyway, you can see the workbook. PYK solving that thing is there. You can check there also. If not, come and ask me. Final question. Solve பண்ணுங்க. The monthly income of an employee was 8,000. That means in 2014, the income was how much da? 8,000. Then the consumer price index was 160. Okay, 160. Then in 2017, it rose to how much? 200. He has to be rightly compensated. Additional dearness allowance is how much is the question? Cross multiply, people. How much is it? X is equal to how much? 10,000. Everyone got it as 10,000. Anyone got any other answer? No. DA is how much? Current salary minus base salary. What is current salary? 10,000 minus 8,000, which is equal to how much, people? 2,000. Oh, whenever you see none of this, you will be like, is that the answer? Answer is what? None of the above. Okay. So that's your chapter, people. Can we revise everything one last time? Yes. Final one last time we are revising everything. Whatever we have learned in this chapter, we are going to see one by one. People, first one we learned about what? Price relative. Okay. Along with this, I'll teach you one more thing. Price relative. Price relative was what, people? P1 divided by P0 into what? 100. That is price relative. Then you tell me what is quantity relative. Q1 divided by Q0 into 100. Then what is link relative? Link relative is nothing but P1 by P0 but the into 100, but the condition is what? The years should be consecutive. Consecutive means what? Consecutive means, for example, 2025, 2026. Then 1997, 1998. Right next year. This year and the next year. Or this year and the previous year. That are called as what? Consecutive years. Yes. Sir, if we get nearest answer for anything, we can get option none of this. Nearest answer in the sense, for example, your answer was 2490. The option is showing that 2500. Okay, then you can go for optioning. Okay, if none of this is also there. But if your answer is 2050 and the option is showing 2500, then option D is none of this. Which one you will go for? The none of this only. Maximum 10 difference only we will go for, not more than that. But usually that type of questions will not be there. If none of this is there, usually the value will be too much different. But if the values are very decimal kind of way and all, for example, your answer n is equal to something, you got it like 6.5, option is 6.2, option B is 6.3, option C is 6.4, then option D is none. Which option you will go for? You will go for none in that case. Okay, are you getting it? I hope you got it. When it is very nearby, options are very nearby, we will go for none of this. Okay, yes, I hope you got it. Is that clear? Yes, I think. Yes, 1 second. Can you please? Okay, 1 second. Everyone, you can scan the QR, or we will finish it and scan the QR. Let's finish it up. Lakshana, give me 5 minutes. Okay, give me 5 minutes. We'll finish it now itself. Now, link relative, quantity relative, everything is completed. Now, what is remaining? What is remaining? Next one is we went for SAPI. SAPI. SAPI is what? The summation of P1 divided by summation of P0 into 100. Then SRPI. What is SRPI? Summation of P1 by P0 divided by what? N into 100. That is called as what? SRPI. Then we went for what? Weighted index number. What were the weighted index number? Da? Weighted index number one by one. Can anyone tell me? One was what? Laspeyres index number. What was it? Summation of P1 Q0 divided by summation of P0 Q0 into 100. Then we studied about Paasche, that is summation of P1 Q1 divided by summation of P0 Q1 into 100. Then we studied about Boole, that is Laspeyres plus Paasche divided by 2. Then we studied about what? Fisher. Fisher is geometric mean. Laspeyres into Paasche. Then we studied about Marshall. Marshall is what? The summation of P1 into Q0 plus Q1 divided by summation of P0 into Q0 plus Q1 into what? 100. Now people, what if they ask the question based on quantities? So Laspeyres itself in terms of quantity, how will you answer? Summation of, instead of price, you will put what? PQ1 into which the weight will be what? Base year. Price will be the base year price will be taken P0 divided by summation of Q0 into P0. P0 into 100. Then Paasche will become what? Summation of Q1 into P0. Sorry, P1 divided by summation of Q0 into P1 into 100. That's how you will change it in terms of what? In terms of quantity. Sometimes they can ask. If they ask also, you know, right? Just change the method and go for the answer. Then the final one. Test of consistency. Test of consistency. How many are there? 4 tests of consistency are there. First one is what? Unit test. Who does not follow unit test? SAPI does not follow unit test. Then second one is what? Second one is what, Grace? Time reversal test. Who does not follow? Who follows? Fisher follows. Then and Marshall follows. Correct. Then third one, factor reversal test. Who follows? Only Fisher. Correct. Only Fisher follows. Finally, fourth one, circular. Who follows? Who doesn't follow? Mainly Fisher. Fisher doesn't. Very important. Fisher does not. That is the important part over here. Then we studied about real wage. What was the real wage formula now? Real wage is nothing but current year, current wage divided by current CPI into base CPI. That is important. Then we studied about CPI. What is the consumer price index number? What is sigma IW divided by sigma W? Then we studied about what, people? Percentage increase in prices. Sorry, percentage increase in wages. What was the formula? Percentage increase in wages? 1 minus of 1 plus percentage increase in prices divided by 1 plus percentage increase in wages, then into what? Into 100. Then anything else we studied? Purchasing power of money. Purchasing power of money is what? 1 divided by CPI or any index number. Okay, 1 divided by whatever is given in the question. Index I will write. Index number. So you know how to convert it into decimal and all. First step is what? Convert them into divide by 100. Then put it over there. If the question is based on pi, say multiply it with 100. Then people, the final one. Dearness allowance is what? Current salary minus base salary. So it is done. So that's your people, chapter, people. If you ask me, one of the easiest chapter. Revision is required. If you don't revise, you will forget things. Okay, everyone? Done. If any doubt is there, you can ask. I'll show you the QR once.